centuries, cultures have made different efforts trying to grasp the mysteries that surround death. Due to this phenomenon, plenty, if not most of the civilizations, have what we call sacred scriptures or religious texts, which describes the different processes that every soul has to endure once the vital force has abandoned the body. In the 8th century, a tantric yogi from India named Padmasambhava became a pioneer promoting the Buddhist doctrine in the Tibet. Until then, Buddhism had encountered resistance from the local beliefs, but Padmasambhava was a very unorthodox mystic and took it upon himself to merge tantric Buddhism with elements of the Tibetan shamanism. This influence gave rise to Tibetan Buddhism as we know it today, which is a synthesis of Indian Vajrayana tantric Buddhism where everyone can become a Buddha, and the shamanic beliefs of the Tibet that take back to prehistoric times. One of the most intriguing scriptures, if not the most intriguing of all, is the Tibetan Book of the Dead, in classical Tibetan, the Bardo. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is an instruction book for the ones who have departed, describing the different stages that every being has to go through. What differs this text from every scripture is that most of the scriptures will give us a brief description of what will happen after the death, and this is what the Tibetan book differs from them. This text talks about the intermediate state that every being has to go through going through the next incarnation, and this depends through the soul case. This book is written in esoteric key and talks about the nature of the soul, the liberation of the cycle of death and rebirth, and different teachings that, as for today, are very, very valuable.